We'll begin here in just a few minutes. Thank you. All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming out. I'd like to call this meeting to order. And first order of business we have is the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Todd and Gum Springs Elementary.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Todd and Gum Springs Elementary. So we have the approval of the minutes. If everyone's had a chance to look over those, if I can have a motion to approve the minutes, please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then the approval of the agenda. If we have any objections or anything to the agenda, if not, a motion to approve the agenda, please.
Motion to approve the agenda. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, and that passes. All right, now we move on to Dr. Brown and his comments.
Good evening, board, community. Looking out, what an amazing turnout. Want to thank our parents for being here this evening, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, brothers, and sisters for celebrating the great work of our students. Also want to say thank you to our teachers and our educators and our leaders in the room who work diligently each and every day to make sure that each one of these young people is taken care of. And so thank you for being here this evening. We have a lot of things going on in the school district. A few things I want to highlight. Board, we had a number of students who've been recognized as All-State Band and Course. We had Lego League and a number of students that participated in that and had some winning schools in our area and region. We have a number of students here tonight who are being recognized for their performance in a technology competition. And they've moved on to the region, and that was this past Saturday, and many of them are moving on to state. Excited about that. Wrestling duels were this past weekend for Jackson County High School, and they made it to the semifinal round, and actually were a top 6 placer. Also, our East Middle basketball team finished as a conference runner-up. And there were a number of other teams that I mentioned last week that had tremendous finishes. We have our next teacher advisory meeting coming up tomorrow, where we meet with the past 2 teachers of the year from each school and get feedback and find out what's going well and things we can do to improve our school district. We also have our parent advisory meeting coming up next week, and we meet 4 times a year with that parent advisory group to get feedback. Also had some productive meetings this past week with our East Side and West Side school councils, and excited to have an opportunity to meet with them. Also received thanks, board, for a number of our employees who want to say thank you for your help with the retention bonuses and your commitment to recruiting and retaining high-quality staff. Also, we continue as a staff to communicate with our elected officials countywide and city municipalities regarding development and growth within our school district. And I want to thank those community members for meeting with us. Without further ado, I'd like to call up Mr. Joshua Todd, who's going to present on Gum Springs this evening.
So good evening. Thank you for giving Gum Springs a few minutes of your time tonight to talk about some of the good things we have going on. Every month, one school gets to be spotlighted, and we're fortunate to be spotlighted tonight. I'm going to have Ms. Chrissy Landers and Ms. Haley Meyer come up and talk about some things at our school. There's a lot of new this year, and one of the things that we revamped was our PBIS, some of our policies, some of the things we do for our students and for our staff. And so we're going to have them come up and highlight some of that.
Hey guys. So that's what, just like Mr. Todd said, we're going to tell you kind of some things that are different at our school. So every school in the county uses a PBIS system, which stands for the Positive Behavior Interventions and Support. And what that means is we really just want to make kids want to do the right thing in a positive way. So all the schools do that, but we try to make it just a little bit extra, a little bit different. So we're going to show you some of the things that we do a little differently. So we were sorting our kids into different houses, and it didn't really match with that we are part of the West Side and that we are Panthers. So this year, we decided to give it a facelift and make it a little bit better, and we decided to use that Panther as our theme across the board. Sorry, one more.
All right, so like she said, we wanted to make sure that we were including the Panther. So we were trying to think of a name, a way to rebrand our PBIS. So did you guys know, or do you know, what a collective group of Panthers is called?
We're in crowd involvement.
Yes.
If you think it's a crash, put up a 1. If you think it's a colony, put up a 2. If you think it's a company, put up a 3. And if you think it's a claw, put up a 4. Oh, I see a lot of Gum Springs families get it right. Woo!
Yay! You can go to the next one. It is a claw. Yes, who knew? Exactly. So we are now sorting our students and staff into blue claw, green claw, yellow claw, red claw, orange claw, or purple claw. So every new student that comes to our school or new staff member is sorted into these different groups. And they will keep those all the way until they finish 5th grade. And if you're a staff member, you will be in that claw until you retire.
That is right. Because nobody leaves. You stay. And the way that we do this, we try to make it really fun. So we have a pep rally in the beginning of the school year, and the kids who are already in their claws from previous years, they'll sit with their colored claw. And then our kids who are brand new and our staff members, we like to get them at the front that are new, and we give them an envelope, and we have a drum roll, and they open it up, and they all get to wave theirs, and then their claw welcomes them. So if you get a blue, you're like, yay, and the blue claw's like, come join us. And it's a big, really fun. We try to make it like a family. And then, you do one more. We love competition within our claws. So they start to earn tickets for good behavior. And then we have a claw of the month. Mm-hmm. We just love to have competition because that makes it fun. The kids are invested. And one of our very favorite and first ones,
competition this year.
Yeah, was about, we decided that we would borrow the high school Panther for like pep rallies. And he's a little scary. Mm-hmm. He's supposed to be for high school, right? You're supposed to be tough. But for elementary, he had the fangs and the claws. And we're like, yeah, they don't love that. Mm-hmm. So we decided to get our very own, very friendly Panther. And we had the claws decide on the name. And this one came up, and it kind of worked out perfectly because we are Gum Springs, and this is Gus.
Gus, our new Panther.
Our new Panther. So we would like for y'all to welcome Gus.
Gus.
So Gus has come to us, and Gus is part of all of our fun things we do. He was at the Panther playoffs that we have. He comes to the fun run, anything we can to introduce. Sometimes he's just at car riders dressed up in goofy outfits. So we have Gus just to make it a little bit more fun and friendly. And
yes, and he is spotlighted in the video that you're about to watch. So we're going to slide out of the way and let you see Gus in action.
Come on in. Let's pause and see what's new with PBIS at GSES. Our new PBIS matrix posters are hanging in our school hallways to remind staff and students of the expectations.
We also have individual posters for each area of the school: cafeteria, hallway, classrooms, and restrooms.
New this year at Gum Springs, our staff and students participate in one Claw Spirit Day a month by wearing their new claw shirts.
In the cafeteria, our students show pause expectations and earn tickets by staying quiet when the red cup is showing. When the black cup is showing, students are able to whisper to their neighbor. Great job, Panthers.
In the hallway, our Panthers earn tickets by following our school expectations. Gus found some kids to give a ticket to. Tickets are turned into the students' claw color bucket.
Each month, the claw that has earned the most tickets is our claw of the month. In December, it was our red claw. Flags are proudly displayed outside of the school and in the cafeteria.
Every week, one class from each grade level earns the Golden Spatula for showing pause expectations. Let's go congratulate Miss Lyle's pre-K class on earning the spatula this week.
No way! Look! Look! Let me see! It's the golden spatula! Yay! Yay! Do you know what this means? Just a minute, we will get pictures of the Panther in a minute. This means y'all have been making good choices in the lunchroom. You've been listening, you've been following directions, you've been cleaning up. You've been doing all the right things. Are you ready to do the happy dance? Yeah. All right, stand up, we'll do a happy dance. Yeah!
Gus's Pause Stars are our everyday champions. These students are nominated by their teacher for always showing pause expectations.
Even our teachers are awarded this year. 3 teachers a month earn a special parking spot for being at school every day.
Our new PBIS hallway highlights how we can stay positive at Gum Springs. The hallway also features our PBIS theme, Rise and Shout, Our Claws Are Out.
At GSES, we show pride,
Have a good attitude,
work hard,
and stay safe.
thanks for visiting our school.
See you next time.
Kids are always cuter than us, right? So we thought it'd be more fun for you to see our students being able to explain it. And it's even more fun if everyone gets to do it, right? So we are going to invite our board members to have a
claw reveal.
So that when they come to our school, they can always see the claw too.
Yes.
You can't open it yet?
Can't open it. We have to do a drum roll all at the same time. So Gum Springs, if you're wearing a claw shirt, stand up so you can see which one of our new friends will join your family. So make sure whenever you visit Gum Springs, you are wearing your claw color. Or you can also purchase a shirt if you would like to purchase a shirt. All right.
Thank you guys
so
for letting
much.
us come. You guys have a good night. I put it on.
Good evening, everybody. Dr. Brown, you were yellow? Well, the yellow suit's going to look good on you, sir. This coffee? A lot of students being honored here tonight. A lot of students. All right, so our board will come out in front. Tonight, I'm here to recognize students who have excelled inside our school system, inside and outside the classroom, represented their school and our school system at a high level. We're going to start tonight with the students who placed in the top 3 of their division during our JCSS district technology competition at the end of last semester. We're going to go school by school. We learned a few things from the past couple of years. So when your school's called, please make your way over here to this side of the stage. Principals, when your school's called, come to this side of the stage and we'll get a group photo with you and your students. So technology competition students from East Jackson Elementary School, please make your way over here. All right. So first place in 3D modeling, we had Caden Ross. First place in device modification, Owen Bouchard, who this weekend qualified for the state technology competition. First place in audio production, Liam Smith. Second place in animation, Paisley Bevel. Third place in digital photo production, Vera Mae Wood. Third place in robotics, Kaylin Parker. Third place in robotics, Addison Myers. Third place in project programming, Natalie Robinson. And third place in project programming, Lily Forizovich. Did I say that right? No, she said no. How do you say it? Forizovich. Lily Forizovich. I even called your principal to get that right, and I messed it up. I'm sorry, sweetheart. So, own my mistakes, folks. Students from Gum Springs Elementary School, their district technology competition, come on up. This yellow is, I still got it wrong. Make sure, students, make sure when you go by, you make sure you tell them what tribe you're in if you're not wearing your shirt. They welcome them to your tribe. All right. First place in digital game design, Parker Spears. First place in video production, Daniel Diarezino. First place in project, Darienzo. I got that one wrong too. Man, sorry, dude. I think I did that last year too to you. First place in project programming, Addison Tope, who this weekend qualified for the state technology competition. First place in project programming, Tanner Rungi. Ah, man. Ah, it's gonna be a bad night, man. First place in productivity design, Valentine Scribo, who also this weekend qualified for the state technology competition. First place in animation, Jacob Mack. First place in multimedia applications, Cooper Williams. Second place in internet applications, Parker Wilson. Second place in internet applications, Emery Jaramillo, my apologies, Emery, my apologies. Second place in graphic design, Amaya Vu. Second place in digital photo production, Isaac Midas. Second place in digital game design, Jonah Black. Second place in digital game design, Liam Schleckner. Second place in robotics, Carson Powers. Second place in video production, Cammie Bentley. Second place in video production, Olivia King. Second place in audio production, Harper Scott. Second place in audio production, Andrew Reeves. Second place in productivity design, Molly Wilkerson. Second place in animation, Ellie Talbot. Second place in animation, Kitty Lee. Second place in multimedia applications, Madison Pugh. Third place in internet applications, Jackson Clark. Third place in digital photo production, Hannah Gassman. Third place in digital photo production, Abby Bell. Third place in 3D modeling, Will Rowland. Third place in audio production, Emma Head. And third place in audio production, Sophie Pisano. There you go. I got one right. All right. All right. Maysville Elementary students from technology competition. All right. Both of these, the second place finishers in project programming, ladies and gentlemen, Audrey England and Jace Cleveland from Maysville. Come on up. How are y'all? Good. Students from North Jackson Elementary School, North Jackson Technology. All right. First place in mobile applications, Bash Win. First place in internet applications, Brooklyn Howard. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I got you as first. I guess I'm in first. First place in graphic design, Maddie Ray Lampedy McHenry. First place in graphic design, Michaela Lampedy McHenry. First place in productivity design, Adelina Anderson. First place in productivity design, Evelyn Roa. First place in animation, Hunter Lee. Second place in internet application, Reese Magnus. We won't talk about that Ravens jersey you got on. It's fine. All right. He doesn't like the Ravens. Okay. He likes Lamar Jackson. Okay. Second place in internet applications, Hollis Killian. Second place in digital game design, Ethan Weaver. Second place in video production, Mackenzie Dickerson. Second place video production, Cassidy Irvin. Second place in project programming, Aiden Sonnefelt. Second place in productivity design, Connell Schreiner. Second place in multimedia applications, Ava Fincher. Third place in 3D modeling, Eli Tyndall. Third place in robotics, Bailey Jackson. Third place in robotics, Mylexis Lopez Vasquez. Third place in video production, Thomas Bass. Third place in video production, Gavin Lingerfelt. Third place in audio production, Maddie Powell. Third place in audio production, Emma Roa. Third place in multimedia applications, Finley Howard. And ladies and gentlemen, Colin Spencer, my apologies. Come on up, buddy. What was your category? 3D modeling. Awesome. It was 3D modeling. My apologies, buddy. All right, South Jackson Elementary School. Students from South Jackson make their way over to Miss Todd in the corner. So Johnson's got them fired up over there. All right. First place in 3D modeling, Zach Day. First place in 3D modeling, Nathan Foskey. First place in robotics, Whit Nichols. First place in robotics, Oscar Kuhlman. And we had third place in animation, Josie Saunders. And third place in animations, James Martin. West Jackson Elementary School, our final elementary school, WJES. Our friends from Houston, come on over. All right. First place in internet applications, who was also a state qualifier this past weekend, Kylie Zimmerman. First place internet applications, also a state qualifier this past weekend, Larson Benson. First place in digital photo production, also a state qualifier this weekend, Emmeline Aaron. First place in device modification, also a state qualifier this weekend, Sammy Stella. First place in robotics, Cameron Ammons. First place in robotics, Carlos Avila. First place in multimedia applications, Grace Grizzle. First place multimedia applications, Addison Ike. You were ready. You were coming up those stairs, weren't you, Miss Ike? So second place in graphic design, Kemerson Aaron. Second place in digital photo production, Tanner Anglin. Second place in 3D modeling, Emma Kate Arnold. Second place in 3D modeling, Malin Marcotte. Third place in digital game design, Tuck Jackson. Third place in digital game design, Peyton Childress. Third place in project programming, Isaac Mead. Third place in animation, Aniston Lee. And third place in multimedia applications, Cambry Woodall. So East Jackson Middle School, you're up next. If you want to make your way over here, East Jackson Middle School. For those of you that are in the audience, for those of you who are counting, that was 86 elementary school students that were involved. That's phenomenal, 86. And I only messed up 6 of them. All right, East Jackson Middle School, you guys ready to get it started for the middle school kids? All right. Hey, got a little love in the crowd. Look at that. All right, first place in digital game design, Sam Layfield. First place in video production, Kaylee Schuster. First place in video production, Avril Avalanandita Castro. And I did not get that right, did I? I didn't get that right. I did that last year too. I'm sorry. First place in video production, Allison Gomez Cisneros. First place in audio production, Lillian Ginn. First place in audio production, Bobby Ann Skinner. First place in audio production, Evie Reimer. First place in audio production, Riley Saunders. Second place in digital photo production, Fatima Yang. Second place in digital photo production, Rose Berkowitz. Second place in digital game design, Levi Irvin. Second place in robotics, Andrew Johnson. Second place in robotics, Victor Negrete Loria. No, you're good, no worries. Come on up. Second place in device modification, Gideon Martin. Second place in project programming, Audrey England. Second place in animation, Malachi Davenport. Second place in animation, Julie Zaliski. Second place in device modification, Lucas Valenzon. Third place in internet applications, Evie Balcom. Third place in internet applications, Daisy Ledford. All right, I missed one more. My apologies. Howington. Carson Howington. Come on up. My apologies, buddy. Not on my game today. Goodness gracious. All right, Legacy Knoll Middle School students to the corner with Miss Todd. Legacy Knoll. Thank you, Ms. Todd. All right. First place in digital photo production, Anna Sophie Spindola. First place in digital photo production, who qualified for the state technology competition this past weekend, Emma Payne. First place in 3D modeling, Eric Casillas. First place in robotics, Austin Kleps. First place in graphic design, Josie Vargas. Second place in 3D modeling, Bryson Parrott. Third place in animation, Flora Barber. And I do want to mention, we had third place in graphic design. This student moved out of our school system. I want to give the student credit. Chesney Jenkins was third place in graphic design. All right, West Jackson Middle School. Come on up. First place in internet applications and a state qualifier this past weekend, Avery Spears. First place in animation, a state qualifier this past weekend, Ellie Wilkerson. First place in digital game design, Elijah Paulus. Second place in video production, Uriah Stella. Second place in video production, Dallas Dozier. Second place in audio production, Manuel Arias Vargas. And second place in audio production, Avian Johnson. Ivan. My apologies, Ivan Johnson. That's another one, dude. I'm sorry. So. East Jackson Comprehensive High School technology students. If you're here from East Jackson High School. All right. So first place in mobile applications, a state qualifier this past weekend, Casey Loggins. First place in mobile applications, a state qualifier this past weekend, Chase Wingfield. First place in digital game design, De'Eric Burns. First place in robotics, a state qualifier this past weekend, Dennis Cooper. First place in robotics, a state qualifier this past weekend, Diego Uribe. And first place project programming, Hudson Wilbanks. And Power College and Career Center and Jackson County High School. If you want to come up over here, we're going Power and then Jackson County. I forgot to call that one. All right, we will go Empower College and Career Center first. First place in digital photo production, Taylor Burrell. First place in 3D modeling, Cameron Shaw Foreman. First place in video production, Nestor De Los Santos. First place in audio production, Nathan Howard. First place in multimedia applications, a state qualifier from this past weekend, and a work-based learning student for our public relations office, Savannah Jacobs. And from Jackson County High School, first place in graphic design, a state qualifier for this past weekend for the state technology competition, Bailey Cox. First place in video production, Colby Choate. Did I say that right? And first place in video production, Carlos Revilla Lizardo. There you go. I get that right? Ha, I got one right, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was 136 students who finished in the top 3 of their category for our district technology competition. Thank you, ma'am. You're good. All right. I'd like to now call to the stage a few students and staff who deserve recognition tonight. So with Aubriana Menard, Samuel Suarez, Riley Reynolds, along with Miss Erin Easler and Mr. Michael Schaller, please make their way to the stage. Glad you're first. Come on up. You must have known that. Sit close, huh? Aubrey. Just want me to call you Aubrey? All right. All right. Nope. Just gonna stand here and you can shake their hands as you go. So I'm just gonna gloat about you. So. Sounds good. All right, so first tonight is Aubrey Menard, current 9th grade student at Jackson County High School and Empower College and Career Center. In December, she competed in multiple events of the Georgia FFA Association State and Career Leadership Development Conference in Tifton. Aubrey was named the state FFA champion in the FFA competition quiz, where after I called and figured out what that was and what that entailed, I was impressed because they said, what do they do? And it's where students answer various questions regarding the FFA organization, and the questions range on very level of difficulty. Aubrey was the district winner, competing against over 40 individuals to earn her way to the state competition, and now she's a state champion in the FFA quiz. So congratulations, and thank you for being here. All of you guys want to come up? Kind of stand right here in between us if you want. So, let you guys stand right there between the board and myself. There you go. One over there. All right. There. All right. Next up is our STAR students and STAR teachers. So our STAR students at each of our 2 high schools, they score the highest on the SAT exam of anybody in their graduating class. So the Star Honor comes with a competition, so these students will be moving on to the competition in the near future. But with that honor to earn the highest SAT score amongst your graduating peers, they get to pick their influential educator who becomes their star teacher. And so tonight we're here to recognize the 2024 Jackson County School System Star students and star teachers. From East Jackson Comprehensive High School, we have Samuel Suarez, our star student. He chose his star teacher, our rebuff teacher, Mr. Michael Schaller. And representing the Panther Nation from Jackson County High School, our star student is Riley Reynolds. Star teacher is Spanish teacher, Espanol, right? See? Miss Erin Eastler. So congratulations to them. Yes, my daughter, Sierra will take y'all's picture at the other end. You want to go over there? Highest SAT score amongst your graduating class. It's very impressive. Board, Dr. Brown, that's all I have for you guys tonight.
Ms. Gillespie, if you want to make your way up.
All right, if I could have the Jackson County High School Rotary Student of the Month, Morgan Eldridge, come up, and she has selected her most influential teacher as Mr. Alex Nichols. So if they could both please come up here, I would appreciate that.
Is this good? Okay, perfect. All right. So this is Morgan, and she is representing Jackson County High School this month as our Rotary Student of the Month, and we are very proud of her. Some of the courses that she is currently enrolled in is IB French Ab Initio Year 2, IB History of the Americas, IB Theory of Knowledge, IB English Language Literature, HL, Photography 1. She's also in AP Calculus BC, IB Theory of Knowledge Year 2, IB Biology HL levels, and IB Math Applications and Interpretations. She will graduate with her full IB diploma this year, and we are very, very proud of her. But Morgan is also an incredibly well-rounded student. So she is involved in track and cross country. She's in the Beta Club, the National Honor Society, the French Honor Society. I think she is actually scuba board certified. I know you do a lot of scuba diving. And she enjoys to crochet in her spare time, which it doesn't sound like she has quite a bit of. She is also a scholar athlete, so she has participated in track 9 through 12, varsity track, and she's also done cross country for us as well, and she has served as the captain for our team. She's won a variety of honors and awards since she's been with us at school. She's an AP Scholar with distinction, and it's pretty impressive. She's going to have that and her IB diploma. She won the College Board Rural and Small Town Recognition Award. She won the Literary Analysis Essay School and Region winner for last year, and we are very proud of her for that as well. She is a Georgia Certificate of Merit holder. She was our GHP nominee for Social Studies. She was the top scholar for both track and cross country. I think almost every year you were on it. And she also won the Athletic Director Award for cross country. She is a well-rounded, great student. We are so proud that she is representing Panther Nation this month. She has selected Mr. Nichols as her most influential teacher. And I'm going to kind of hand it over to Morgan so she can tell you a little bit about where she wants to attend college and what her plans are for once she graduates and why she selected Mr. Nichols.
Hello. So to begin with, I'm just going to start with why I chose Mr. Nichols as my most influential teacher. And just to begin with, I've had him for all 4 years of high school, so that in itself is very impressive. But every single day, every single class period, he is just so happy to be there and so eager to teach his students, which is something that you do not see in a lot of teachers. And there are definitely some times where a lot of tension in the classroom, some arguments might have happened, but he was still happy to be there, and he came the very next day just as happy as always. And not only was he an amazing person in the classroom, but also just outside of the classroom, he was just always somebody that I can talk to if I had any sort of concerns. And just all that together has just made having him just such a truly wonderful experience, and just kind of having that as a cornerstone of my high school experience. And so after I graduate high school, my current plan is to attend Georgia Tech. I'm applying to the Honors College, and I'm pursuing my degree in mechanical engineering so that hopefully one day I can be a chief engineer for a motor racing team.
So I did teach Morgan for the past 4 years. I've had her for a course. Last year, we had the pleasure of being with each other from 11 to 3, 3 courses in a row. And I was very fortunate that it happened to be Morgan that took me for 3 courses in a row because she is so dedicated. She's polite and courteous. She is insightful, determined. I have never been less than impressed by anything that she's turned in. Everything she does is insightful. I love the way that she brings her interests into the classroom, that she explores things that she finds interesting. In 9th grade, I could tell that she had a clear interest in making good ethical decisions and being compassionate towards others by the way that she looked at the characters that we studied and the texts that we studied. And I'm most proud of how, over the past 4 years, I've been able to see those concerns branch out into the way that she views the world and she treats others. So it's been a real pleasure having her in my classroom.
Miss Ashburn from East Jackson High School.
Good evening. I'd like to invite the East Jackson High School January Rotary Student of the Month up here, Miss Brenna Vandiver, and her most influential teacher, Mr. Roger Edmonds. So Brenna Vandiver, she's the daughter of Brian and Stacy Vandiver. She is a remarkable student. She is either completed or enrolled in currently the following challenging courses: AP Calculus, AP Statistics, AP US History, AP Language and Composition, Dual Enrollment Macroeconomics, Dual Enrollment Psychology, Dual Enrollment Language Arts and Composition 2, Dual Enrollment Communications, Dual Enrollment College Algebra, and Dual Enrollment American Literature. Brenna's involvement extends beyond academics. She actively participates in various school activities, including Jackson Student Leadership Team, Beta Club, Student Council, and she also showcases her talents as an athlete. She's a varsity cheerleader and varsity flag football player. Brenna achieved notable recognitions, including the Georgia Certificate of Merit for the class of 2024. She's a Georgia Girl State citizen. She's attained All-A honor roll status and earned distinctions as an academic and athletic letterman, being acknowledged as an East Scholar athlete, and serving on the junior and senior homecoming court as a class representative. We're so proud of you, Brenna, so I'm gonna let you tell us a little bit about your future plans and also why you chose Mr. Edmonds to be your most influential teacher.
Hi, my name is Brendan Vandiver, and I am planning on attending. Sorry, I got sick last week. I plan on attending University of Georgia in the fall to study biology, and I chose Coach Edmonds because he's very personable and he's very approachable, and he's very passionate about his class and what he teaches, which made me passionate to learn in his class. So thank you.
Well, Dr. Brown, there are just certain people you don't want to give a microphone. and you may be looking at one right here. So you don't know what mistake you've made because everybody wants to go home before 10 o'clock probably. But no. Boy, what an impressive show tonight. And, you know, we live in a time where recruitment of teachers is incredibly difficult. Fewer and fewer people. I saw 7 years ago when I retired from Clark County, just fewer and fewer people entering the teaching profession. But they just need to come to one of these, a board meeting like this, and look at these kids that are being honored here, and they'd be lining up to do this job. And I taught Brenna 2 years ago for Honors World History, and I swear the first month I didn't think she could speak, you know, but we did a lot of writing in this class. She was very quiet, but she would turn in these writing assignments, and I would be looking at these, and I would say, good grief, you know, there's a lot going on in there. And finally, I taught her brother my first year at East, and he's the antithesis. He talked all the time, and he was very verbal, and he really had a lot to say. And finally, I'd get her to answer when I would ask her a question, you know, maybe 2 words. And but such a powerful student, and such a wonderful mind, and very diligent and very conscientious in her studies. And sometimes it's hard to make world history interesting. And so I stand on top of desk and run around and do all kind of crazy things that a 62-year-old man probably should not be doing. But Brenna made it fun to come to class. I look forward to coming every day. She's in a really good class of kids at East Jackson. The 12th grade class is one of the best ones we've had since I've been through there. And I know as she goes throughout life with her endeavors that she's going to be incredibly successful. And Brenna, once again, thank you for having me. Thank you for choosing me. And I didn't take 30 minutes.
Thank you, everyone, for that. So we do have a public comment this evening. Mr. Donald Robertson, if you want to go ahead and come on up. Mr. Roberts, I'm going to read something as well. This is our board public comment reminder. Each person is permitted up to 3 minutes to speak, with a total of 30 minutes for public comment. Speakers must be a current resident of Jackson County to address the board. Each speaker should state their name, address, and topic. Speakers should not make any disparaging remarks about individual school system students or personnel. Generally, there will be no response from board members to comments or questions posed by citizens during the meeting. All comments and questions will be considered and taken under advisement by the board, and members of the board are free to respond and make public comments if they choose to do so. So, Mr. Roberts, if you will, please state your name, address, and what you're going to speak to us about.
Donald Roberts, 3570 Brothers Road, Pendergrass, Georgia. I'm not a citizen of Pendergrass. I live right outside, but I do have a Pendergrass address. And after seeing this tonight, I had 2 sons that went through the school system here. Very proud and all. But I've been fighting the city of Pendergrass on growth. And Miss April Howard has been to my house several times, meetings and all, and been to meetings with me. And it just seems like they're not slowing down any at all. And I've been to everywhere I can go to ask for help. I've been to the state capitol, I've been to the Sewer and Water Authority, I've talked to every county commissioner, representatives and all that we have in this state. And I can't get anybody to try to slow it down any at all. And I know they don't have much concern about our school system in the city of Pendergrass. They've just said time and time again it was not their problem, it's y'all's problem to take care of the schools, not theirs. And I know Ms. Howard tried to talk to them and ask them that she had emailed and talked to them on phone calls, and they never would respond to her. And I understand the same thing's happening here now. And I understand we got growth, we got problems. Y'all got problems in Houston, Brownston, and all of them with the growth. And but Pendergrass is a little out of control and no concerns for the county at all. And I was hoping that maybe y'all can try to persuade someone somewhere. I've not been able to. I've been doing it for 4 years now. I've been fighting them. And I just look at the county school system as, I've been experienced in this growth. I was a construction worker, laid natural gas for Atlanta Gas Light, contracted from the 70s, 80s, and 90s down there. In the mid-80s, whenever it was booming wide open, there was 4,000 gas services a month ran, 4,000 new houses a month. And it seemed like we run a gas service to a new school once a month, trying to keep up with the growth that was going on in Gwinnett County. And it's happening right here in this county, and if somebody don't get a hold and get somebody involved, I think it needs to be the whole county, county commissioners, the Sewer and Water Authority, and the school board, especially the school board, because this is the growth of our county, is the school. And I just came here to speak in hopes of maybe trying to get somebody more involved than myself. And I have Clark Rainwater, Connie Love. Connie Love was school teacher for 30 years for Jackson County. Clark Rainwater was 21 years, I think you said, wasn't it, Clark? 23 years for Jackson County here in the school system. And like I said, my kids went to the school system, and I've been involved in the school system since 1984 when I moved here in the county. And, you know, I don't know, I'm running out of options. I'm running out of people to try to get to help. And I've talked with several of the school board members. I think Miss Lynn down there, you came to the house a couple of times back whenever we started this in 2021 is whenever, 2020 is when I actually started it, and I've been going at it ever since. And it just seems like everybody just pushes away and don't want nothing to do. But they just redid a new zoning in Pendergrass for 150 more apartments and 70 three-bedroom apartments additional to that, and they're fixing to redo 2 more, and they're trying to buy 75 acres of land, and they're wanting to put houses, apartments, and condos. And this is hearsay. I'm not, but I'll say it, but it's just hearsay, and don't believe it. But they said they were putting cottages on them, part of it. Be a 900 square foot home, and they'll be so close together they'll not have any grass. So, I mean, and I understand, and I know North Jackson because that's where I live, and my kids went to school, and I know what it's like now. It's overrun tremendously. I actually, and Clark and all of us actually built the ball fields, and now they got trailers sitting in our ball fields. I'll be glad to ask any questions if any of you have any, or you have any suggestions for me. I'd be glad to listen to what you got to say or whatever.
I just want to say thank you for being here.
I thank y'all for listening to me and appreciate your time. And if I can answer any questions or anything, I'm sure you can find my phone number or something. I'll be glad to talk to any of you anytime y'all would like to. I mean, there's anything y'all think you might could do. I think the school system, the county commissioners, and the Sewer and Water Authority all need to get together and come up with some kind of solution to slow this county down and quit saying, I can't do anything about that. That's not in my area. You need to talk to somebody else. You know, I've called every county commissioner in the county. I've talked to them all. And when the county commissioner, the chairman of the county commissioner asks you to get the Waffle House, or Don, are you going to be able to stop Pendergrass? I'm like, why am I supposed to be stopping them? That's y'all's job. You know, but anybody, anything y'all can do or whatever, that I think y'all need to get together with the county commissioners and the school board. I know you was told some bad stuff about what just happened on the zoning and all. They wasn't going to hear it. They was tabling it, and then they went ahead and heard it, and they went ahead and voted on it the day after Christmas to where no one would be there. So, and Pam and Clark and Tim and Connie's all been involved. Tim and Connie's been involved since we started this thing. So, you know, I'm sure they'd be glad to talk to you if you'd like or whatever. But I would like to thank you for your time and your commitment to our kids. That's what matters.
Donald, I will say something to you. I appreciate you coming tonight, and I know we've talked before. Is the best thing you can do is raise public awareness, because we're not passing the buck. We have to deal with this, and we dealt with the reevaluations last year and our millage rate. But we're building 2 schools. We built a school last year, Legacy Knoll. We're building Heroes right now to open, and luckily both those we didn't have to borrow any money. But we're facing a bond referendum probably next year to build some more schools. Houston, and to address the growth in Pendergrass. So I think public awareness and to get these residents in these cities, not just Pendergrass, but Brazelton and Houston, to talk to their city councils.
Yep.
And the county commission, we have a really good working relationship with them. They do listen to us, but we cannot control what goes on in the city. But public awareness is the best thing we can do, and drawing attention to it, because we spend more money than anybody in the county, because we have to, because of kids, and it's worth it. But it does put a tremendous strain on our budgets and our, everybody, I know you hear it too, about taxes. And until somebody figures out a better way to fund public education, I don't know what we do, but we have to build schools for our kids. We've got trailers at North Jackson. How many trailers do we have, Dr. Brown, at schools right now?
I think we're 45. I get that right, Mr. Schofield? Close.
And our staff's done a really good job. We're trying to get out of trailers and get back into brick and mortar classrooms, but we're having to move trailers now to Jackson County High School next year. We'll have 2 there, I believe, right? Is that what you told me?
I'm going to say something else too also, that there is 720-something kids coming out of the city of Pendergrass into the school system now. And if they do us other 150 apartments and then 70 more apartments plus townhomes with 3 bedrooms, and then they're fixing to rezone 2 more pieces right across the road, and then got the 75 acres under contract that they're wanting to develop in that town. I mean, it's going to be extraordinarily out of control. I mean, there's no traffic, there's nothing set up or anything. The infrastructure for the whole county is not good enough for what's going on in it.
Well, again, we need our citizens to go to these council meetings, all 3 of them, and talk to their representatives, and that they elect, we're elected too. Talk to your elected representatives. And I would say one other thing. Donald graduated in 1979 from Jackson County High School, is that correct? 78 or 79 you graduated from?
Yes, sir,
78 in Brazelton. And, but he has been involved. He's coached recreation, all kind of ball forever, and been a great citizen for us. And Mr. Rainwater out there, throw your hand up, Clark, is also a coach for Jackson County High School and is in our Athletic Hall of Fame. So these are good citizens. They want to stay involved. They care about our county. I do appreciate you coming to talk tonight. And we've got a spot if you want to come back anytime. You want to be a referee?
What did Kathy say? If she looked up and seen me in the back, she was quitting.
Thank you for coming.
Thank y'all for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you. We appreciate what you're doing to help us.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. So we do have consent agenda items. Has everyone had a chance to look over those?
I move we approve the consent agenda as discussed.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. That passed unanimously. Excuse me. So we do executive session. So we have executive session to go into. If I can have a motion to go into executive session, please.
Motion to go into executive session.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. We return. All right, we are back. If I can have a motion to come back from executive session, please.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, and we do have a need to vote on the personnel list as we saw. Ms. Todd? If I can have a motion to approve the personnel list, please.
So moved.
That's a 4, 1, and a 2, and a 3. Okay, all in favor? Aye. Thank you, and we are adjourned.